Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week session. I'm James Nave. My creative collaborator, Allegra Houston, is away today at a workshop with a fellow named Nick Flynn. He's an author here in Taos. So I'm going it solo today. Every Saturday, we meet with a group of writers on a Zoom call, and we spend 1 hour, and within that 1 hour time frame, we generate 10 minutes worth of timed writing based on an image. And the image is where we start, and that's where we'll start right now. And the purpose of the image is to allow the people on the call, as well as allow you, to generate a list of words based on your response to the image. It could be an emotional response, an intellectual response. Who knows what the response is? Something happens, and when it does, words pop out. And what we ask people on the Zoom call to do, and I'm going to ask you to do that now, is to take 2 minutes. We'll show you the image. Don't worry, we'll time it. And we'd like for you to generate 2 minutes worth of writing. It'll look like this at the end. These are the words that we all generated. So it's a blank sheet of paper, and we like to use a pen rather than, let me see if I have my pen. Is it here? Yeah, it's in the pocket. Here's my pen. I use this pen. And I like it because it feels a little magical. It's a bit retro, and I just have I like the feel of the pen in my hand. It attaches me to my body. Your body is your instrument. So what I'd like to do now is to invite you to lean into your imagination, into your body, the instrument, and I'll show you the image, and I'll time you for 2 minutes, and just generate words or phrases like this, not linked up writing, just words or phrases. So here you go. Your 2 minutes begins now. So you've created a list of words. You might have 10 words, you might have 20. You'll have a list, whatever the number is. On the Saturday calls, we go around the room and we ask each person to give us one word or phrase from their list. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to read the list that I collected an hour ago. And so you'll have our community list as well as your personal list. And if you join us on any Saturday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time, you can be part of the whole experience with the whole group. And we also do it on Thursdays between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern time. So here's the list. I'll read it for you. You can jot a few of the words down if you like. Don't worry, we will put this up for you when the timed writing comes. So here we go. Don't know about this. Oh my. Avatars. Lighting up my life. Peeking into zany. Two-dimensional living. Autocracy. Flashing humble. Broken home. Thunderbolt of brass. Real present. Storm brewing. String me up. Nuts and ropes. Marionette parts. Hung truth. Stage fright. Rust. Set up. House of Holy. Goddess came. The bunker. Weather watch. Theater. Puppets. Thunder streaking. Flight age. Slight. Pulling strings. Goodbye, my love. Paper rapture. The doll people. So there's our list. And as you could tell when I was reading it, even though I was going one beat at a time, one phrase, one word at a time, it's really easy to default into seeing a story in a list that's arbitrarily written like this. And you can bounce around with a list. You can put the different combinations together, and all sorts of things happen, like the slight broken home inside the thunderbolt of brass brewed a storm. Nuts and ropes mattered no more. I hung the truth outside on my porch. A bit of stage fright, yes. The porch was a little rusty, but it was a good setup. So you can see how I'm using these words and just playing around with it. So what we'd like for you to do now is to get ready to generate a piece of writing. We'll time you for 10 minutes. And the way it works, very simple. You've already leaned into your imagination once or twice today. You're getting ready to do that again right now. And when you lean into your imagination and you spin the kaleidoscope of your mind, things that don't necessarily seem logical on the surface will pop up. Here's the key to it. Those things that pop up will make imaginative sense. You have an imaginative intuition. You have imaginative sensibilities, very close to poetic sensibilities. So what I'd like for you to do is to use the word list that we've given you, use the word list that you have, and generate 10 minutes of writing. The best part is it doesn't exist right now. It will exist in a moment, in 10 minutes. And you can start with one word, like lighting up my life might be how you would start your 10-minute timed writing. And then you never look at your list again. Or you might start out, lighting up my life, I peeked into the zany and I saw a puppet. And then you go from there. So let your imagination swirl, let it dance around, and let your rational mind join in the dance, collaborate with your imaginative mind. And as you generate, you will be naturally generating form. You do want to keep it as messy as possible, though. You can see I write for some reason from front to back, but it's not particularly messy. Actually, it's fairly organized. And if it gets messy, let it be messy. Often people on the call will say, I can't read my writing. And when they say that, I say, well, if you can't read your writing and you're reading aloud, then just fill in the blanks with something improvisational off the top of your head and see what happens. So what we'd like for you to do, Allegra's here in spirit, what I would like for you to do is to take 10 minutes and generate something that pops up. You can go fast, you can go slow. The 10 minutes belongs to you. It's your time, and it begins right now. So now you have something on your paper that you didn't have 10 minutes ago, brand new material. So what we do on the call every Saturday, we ask people to go into separate Zoom rooms and read the work aloud. So the people go in, you have an automatic open mic as well as an audience. So what I'd like for you to do now is to get ready to put me on pause and read your work aloud. And here's a tip before you do that. When you read the work aloud, you may find that it doesn't quite match what you're reading on the text. You open the text and you start to read. There's no reason to stay attached to the text. If you feel an improvisational moment coming in the aloud reading, let it happen. Do a bit of storytelling in between the text and see how that plays out. So what I'd like for you to do is to put me on pause and read the work aloud. I'll see you in a moment. There you go. Your voice is now out in the world. We use the voices and the spoken word all the time in our imaginative storm work because we've come to understand when you speak, you are actually beginning the editorial process. You are an editor as you speak because you are so connected to the voice that everybody recognizes when they hear you. They remember your voice long after they forget what you wore that day. So your voice is really important, and it also helps you edit. You will notice things when you're speaking that will fit into the written work that you wouldn't notice if you're reading silently. So keep that in mind when you're working. And when you're editing, read it aloud a whole lot and see where it goes. So if you do like what you wrote, here's what you do. Go to imaginativestorm.com, and there you will find a link to our Circle community. And our Circle community is where everybody goes and they post their work. We have almost 5 years worth of material on the Circle community now. It's a fantastic collection of wonderful work people have generated in 10 minutes. You can do a lot in 10 minutes, as you've just noticed. So please do go to Imaginative Storm and check that out. Before we go on, Allegra is going to tell you exactly how you can do that.
You go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll over to community, the Imaginative Storm community, inspiration and momentum, Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click on that. It'll take you further down the page, and then click here to go to the circle. It'll look a little different to you when you get there because you aren't signed in yet, but you make a username and password. It's free. And then you will get something like this. You go over here to prompt of the week. And here you will find all the prompts of the week that we have done for over 4 years now. That is a lot of weeks. And I will show you last week's as an example. So when you click on it, you will see the image that we used and the word list from Saturday and then from Thursday, and then what people wrote and commented on other people's writing. And then for you, you just go down to the bottom here. You'll have this thing saying, what are your thoughts? And you just type right in there, whatever it is that you wrote, and then click post.
Our website is imaginativestorm.com. And when you go there, you will be able to engage in lots of ways that will help improve your writing. And also you can connect with us. So please do go to Imaginative Storm. And if you have a free Saturday between 12 and 1 p.m., Zoom in. If you're free on Thursday evening between 6 and 7 p.m., Zoom in. And that's Eastern time. And you can work the time frames out around the world. And by the way, we've had every continent represented on our Zoom calls except one, Antarctica. So if you happen to be a scientist in Antarctica or you're headed that way, you can Zoom in and we can check off that last continent. So for now, thanks for doing this work. Really do appreciate it and hope you come back soon. And until then, lean into wherever you are and make things happen.